ここでも発見できなかったら、一旦1階に戻ってみるか。
This third floor is also the top floor. The only other place is the rooftop, which is off limits and locked. We can't search up there even if we wanted to. Aoi, who has a key, remains silent.
1階に戻ってまたここまで登るの？
いや、あとは長期戦覚悟で張り込みだ。
Glancing at my mobile phone, it's almost 10. We still have an hour left.
お姉ちゃん。
Suzuha starts pulling on her sister's sleeve.
どうしたの？おトイレ。
Suzuha is fidgeting.
すみません。ちょっと行ってきます。場所は1年生の会と同じだから。
じゃ、鈴葉ちゃんが帰ってくるまで待機か。
ごめんなさい。迷惑かけて。
It's nothing to be apologizing for. The school building at night must be quite scary for a primary schooler, so she must be pretty tense. This time it's Aoi who is acting nervous.
一応、他にも誰かついてきてほしいと言いますか。
She murmurs as if it's a difficult subject to approach.
2人だけじゃ宇宙人見つけても捕まえるの難しいもんね。ちなみもついてくよ。あなたは丁重にお断り。なんで？送り狼になるから。葵ちゃんはちなみを何だと思ってるの？
Then I'll go. Aoi doesn't refuse for once.
偉い男の子だね。
男としては覗かざるを得ないのか。
What?
お兄ちゃんって新鮮のロリコンなんだね。ちなみ知らなかったの。よっちゃんって。
Don't go believing her. See? Now Aoi's giving me a scornful stare and Suzuha's giving me a fearful look.
だから小学女子の展望台の彼女さんとの思い出をそんなに大切に。
You're trying to corrupt others' memories now?
もう誰もついてこなくて結構です。
I hurry after Aoi, who had gone off whilst holding Suzuha by her hand. I wait with Aoi in the corridor as Suzuha goes to the toilet. We might be calling this a test of courage, but nothing seems to be happening. I try finding something to talk about to kill time. We know the security guards and the baseball club members are here, so there is not much of a horror atmosphere. Though what ruins it the most is the starlight, making the place not as dark. It feels more surreal than eerie. Aoi speaks less than usual. You're not feeling too well after all, huh?
どうしてですか?
Because you've been making a difficult expression this whole time.
ほっといてください.
Was she feeling bitter that Shinami stole Suzuha from her, as Asuho had pointed out?
早く帰りたい.
Just put up with this for one more hour.
もう帰ります.
Suzuha-chan will oppose you, though.
ちなみさんに関わったばかりに.
Isn't it a good thing for Suzuha-chan?
そんなことは.
I hear she always takes days off from school, so she doesn't have that many friends, right? If that's the case. I stop halfway. I notice something as I lift my head up. Something is going across the ceiling. I quickly take a glance around my surroundings. It might have been the guard's torchlight. However, there was nobody to be found. We're still a ways off from where Asuka's crew is at, so I don't see anyone. Was I imagining things? Aoi-san, just now I catch something in the corner of my eye. I lift my head up again. I see it this time. That's... a pale white blob of light is floating in the air. Is this for real? Could this perhaps be the UFO Asuka was talking about? As I'm about to press the shutter on my mobile phone, I feel something touch my arm. Someone's holding me tightly. Or I should say, I'm being hugged by someone. Is it Suzuha-chan? No, Suzuha is in the toilet. Then... it was Aoi. Her eyelids are tightly shut, and her eyelashes are trembling. She desperately clings onto me as if hiding from the thing overhead. So that's how it is. Aoi wasn't feeling sick, she's just bad with ghosts and the supernatural. Yet she's been observing the stars on the school's rooftop alone at night this whole time. She must have a very strong emotional attachment to the sky of her past. The floating object disappears from view, and I am left with just looking at the ceiling again. Did it run away? I've lost my chance to photograph it. As our intelligence had stated, it was a small disc-shaped light. With that size, not even small animals like cats or dogs can fit, let alone humans. Aoi is still trembling with eyes closed. Aoi-san. Aoi-san, it's not here anymore. She slowly opens her eyes. When she sees my arm in front of her with her half-opened eyes, she suddenly opens them wide with surprise. And she pushes me away.
何するんですか
Weren't you the one who started hugging me?
嘘つかないでください
It's the truth?
私がそんなはしたない真似するはずありません
But you did.
言いがかりはやめてください
That's what I should be saying.
ここにテンクルの退部届があります
I'm sorry, I was the one who did it. I respond by reflex.
次またやったら退部しますから
Even though I didn't do anything wrong. Everyone rushes over, probably from hearing Aoi scream.
何があったのさっきすごい声がしましたけどお兄ちゃんまさか
No, I didn't, so don't continue that sentence.
本気で覗くとは思わなかったぜ。
I said I didn't. We get surprised by a sudden flash.
アスカくんいきなり写真撮らないでよ
俺じゃねえよ。
血波でもないですよ
Aoi notices that she's holding onto my arm again and gets away in a panic. The light just now.
なんか見かけたのか。
Yeah, Asuka, it just might be a breakthrough.
じゃあ今の光って UFO が出たんだ
Asuka immediately readies his digital camera. As he's looking through the finder and fumbling with the lens, the flying saucer hides itself again.
小笠か。本当に見たのか。
Yeah, it was just like you said, a floating object in the shape of a flying saucer. It doesn't necessarily mean that I believe in UFOs, but the object was definitely mysterious.
さっきのフラッシュは何なの
It might have been an afterglow after it moved. It may be flying considerably fast.
よっしゃ。そうと決まればここで張り込むか。女子と男子に分かれてトイレの影に隠れるぞ。
お姉ちゃん大丈夫怖くないかすごくドキドキするねそう
Aoi might be the only one who is actually frightened. We split up from the girls and stand by in the toilets. In order to take photos of it as soon as it appears again, we have our phones and cameras readied in our hands.
まさか本当に出るとはな。
If you didn't even believe in it, what about us?
ちげえよ。自分の幸運に打ち震えてるだけだ。
Suddenly, my phone vibrates. A message from Asuho.
張り込みってつまんない動きたいよ
Don't you get bored a little too easily? I tell her to deal with it. My phone vibrates again. It's from Chinami this time.
サブレ食べていい
I also tell her to deal with it. Next, Aoi sends a message. Is she getting angry over something again? I don't know, but tell her to deal with it. Next is a message from Suzuha.
ほいえ
What? Suzuha hates me? I immediately receive another text saying that the last message was from her older sister. Just what is going on over on the other side? I receive another message from Asuho.
じー
I look over on the other side to find Asuho with half of her face protruding. Oh shit!
おっびっくりさせんな。
やった成
The girls' toilet gets all rowdy.
何してんだよお前。
Well, it's not me, but the girls on the other side. Another text message.
功俺様お前丸かじりです
It's from Aoi. Looks like the female army has a lot of time on their hands. I understand how they feel though.
みんな肝試しの自覚が足りないんじゃねえか。
I don't think tests of courage involve stakeouts, but the whole point of this was a stakeout, so I can't complain. I sigh and take a look along the corridor. Something was there. Asuka!
なんだよ。俺はメールなんか送ってねえぞ。
Not that. I mean, look there. The white light is flying around in circles. After confirming it, he positions his camera and quickly starts taking photos. The light flies away as if surprised by the flash. Coming from the girls' toilet are cries of Kia and no way. I didn't see any flashes apart from Asuka's, so they probably either failed or forgot.
これって
Asuka looks at the photo he took. Well, you think it's a UFO?
見てみろ。
He shows me the display. What is that? It actually looks like a small dragon or something like that. Like the shape. On the screen is a white flying saucer. No, the outlines are shown more clearly than what we saw with our eyes. Actually, it's not an elliptical shape at all. Is it an animal?
多分な。鳥にも見えるけど。
Wing-like structures are protruding on both sides. It does look like some sort of bird. It's hard to see with the light. I've never heard of glowing birds.
UFO じゃなかったか。けど、ユーマかもしれねえ。
What's a Yuma?
科学的に存在が確認されてない未知の動物のことだよ。
Are you sure it's not just someone playing a prank and painting a pigeon in fluorescent paint?
夢がないこと言うなよ。って、また出たぞ。
The mysterious animal comes flying this way and starts going around in circles near the ceiling. A text message comes.
お兄ちゃん、ちなみこれから捕まえるね。
写真だけじゃいまいち判断つかねえし、いっそ捕まえてみるか。
The Okaken members are keen on catching it. However, Chinami didn't bring her bug catching net because I didn't let her. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have let her.
ちなみちゃんからメール来たな。同時に飛びかかりましょうか。その作戦、乗ったぜ。
Asuka, wait, I can hear something. Sounds like footsteps. Judging by their frequency, the person is running. It might be a security guard. We've been making a lot of noise, so I wouldn't be surprised if they noticed us. I sent a message to Chinami. I warned her not to jump out yet.
やべえな。トイレの奥に隠れるか。
I guess we have no choice.
けどその間にあの生命体に逃げられたら。
He's torn between the two decisions. The girls have also settled down. They might have hidden themselves as well. Are we going to confirm who it is first? The footsteps are just around the corner. I hold my breath and wait of the person.
もう、やっと見つけた。
Oh, it's Mare! A voice I'm familiar with.
探し回ったじゃない。勝手に離れるんだから。
I quietly stick my head out so that I don't get caught. The person in question has a huge scythe.
こら、天井にいないで降りてきなさい。
So that thing belongs to her, huh? Mare beckons the animals circling near the ceiling to come down. Why is she at Hibariko?
あのけったいな格好の子、海水浴でも見た子だな。
Yeah, it's Mare.
噂の宇宙人エージェントか。
Nobody knows about that rumor.
早く降りてきなさいったら、ご主人様の言うことが聞けないの？
What's that noise? There's no sign that the animal was about to come down anytime soon. Mare starts jumping up and down with her hands reached out.
降りてきなさいってば、こら！
Her hands don't reach it, but it seems her message gets across as the animal flaps its wings and lands on her head.
ここはあなたの巣じゃないの。何度言ったらわかるの？
She carries the animal that landed on her head down in her arms. When Mare strokes its neck, it folds away its wings. The light emitting from its body gradually fades. It shows off its true self. We both take a breath. A text comes.
お兄ちゃん、あれって新種のドラゴン？
Maybe. If it were a dragon, I think all of them would be considered new species. Next, I receive a text from Aoi.
明日も晴れるといいですね。
Seems as if she's pretending she hasn't seen it.
もう離れないでね。ご主人様を置いていっちゃダメなんだからね。わかった？
The dragon's response was to lick Mare's cheek.
やだ、くすぐった。
But aren't dragons supposed to be more reptile-like? It looks more like a mix between a dog and a cat with wings.
ね。
She starts disciplining it in a cute manner. Is that really Mare?
また振った。ダメだったらもう。ね。
A message from Asuho.
メアちゃんが可愛いよ。
Yeah, I agree. A mail from Aoi too.
あ、
What does she want?
いい？ご主人様の言うことは聞かなきゃダメなの。じゃないとメスするからね。
Crap, I'm about to burst out laughing.
なめないでたら。ね。
I reach my limit. Mary jumps up whilst holding her dragon. At my laughter, everyone who was hiding comes out.
作り物じゃなく？
触ってもいいか？いや、その前にツーショット撮らせてくれ。
It seems that Mare can comprehend the situation, and Asuka has taken a number of pictures of her already. Mare! I walk towards her, albeit a bit late. I wasn't expecting to meet you at a place like this. Noticing me, she runs and hides behind my back at full speed.
なんでヨウくんがここに？
She mumbles in a muffled voice. We are here for a test of courage. What about you? Didn't you say you've never been to Hibariko?
昨日入ってみたの初めて。
The reason I didn't see Mare yesterday was because she came to Hibariko? Which means the shiny saucer the baseball club saw was the dragon resting on Mare's head.
小笠か、独り占めしないで紹介してくれよ。
After hearing his voice, Mare hides herself behind my back completely. The only person who Mare hasn't met before is Asuka. Mare, that guy is Asuka Mirai. He's my friend.
よろしくな、メアちゃん。でさ、いくつか質問してもいいか？
アスカくんやめなよ。メアちゃん怖がってるよ。
一つだけでいいんだ。お前らからメアちゃんの話聞いた時からどうしても確認したいことがあったんだ。
Mare, is that alright?
別に。
Asuka takes that as a yes and begins asking politely.
メアちゃんは人間なのか？
It's likely that the questions he's going to ask will be similar to the ones I've been concerned about. Unfazed, Mare answers straightforwardly.
私は死神よ。
人間じゃないってことか？
それは知らない。だけど私は死神。悪夢を狩る死神。それで十分でしょ。
いや、十分か？
私は十分だよ。メアさんはメアさんだと思いますから。ちなみ的には宇宙人の方が嬉しいよ。この年頃で変身願望はよくあること。前半2人はいいとして後半2人は私に喧嘩売ってるってこと。
Don't ask me.
ヒバリ校の都市伝説の死神とは違うのか？
よく知らないけど違うんじゃないの？
人類社会に溶け込み、隙あらば友好、もしくは地球侵略に打って出る宇宙人エージェントじゃないのか？
何言ってるのかさっぱりだわ。
近くに UFO を着陸させてるんだよな。
そんなの見たことも聞いたこともないわ。
Asuka gets dejected. It seems that Mare didn't meet his expectations. The dragon resting on Mare's head flutters its wings and hovers up again.
あ、こら。
It starts circling the ceiling and doesn't come down, even when Mare calls for it. So, what is that?
私のしもべ。
Her servant? Not your pet?
しもべ。以前メアちゃんに会った時は見なかったよ。つい最近展望台で見かけてしもべにした。展望台って人外魔境なんだね。
She found it at the lookout? Are you trying to pick a fight with me?
思い出を汚すつもりはなかったからグリグリは許してほしいよお兄ちゃん。本当に本気で本物？作り物じゃないでしょ。元気に飛び回ってるし。ありえない。現にありえてるでしょ。予想するにクリスマスプレゼントのラジコン。何が何でも私を子供扱いしたいわけね。子供は子供らしく生きるのが一番。この子はいつか絶対後ろから刺す。
The moment I take my eyes off them, the situation between the two turns extremely sour.
これ食べるかな、あのドラちゃん。
She already gave it a name. Chinami unwraps the shortbread and takes one out. Dora-chan?
ドラゴンだからドラちゃんだよ。
Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, does it have a name?
別にないけど。
Dora-chan holds onto the shortbread in Chinami's hand by its mouth and starts eating after settling on top of Mare's head.
こら、食べかすが私の顔にかかるでしょ。ね。そんなに刺されたいんだ。
Kidding, kidding, that was just a joke, so don't raise your scythe.
メアちゃんもドラゴンの子もかわいい。抱きつかないで。
The two start pushing and shoving against each other.
しかしドラゴンな。竜って鳥類か？哺乳類か？
I always thought they are reptiles with wings. I think they're more like reptiles, yeah. Anyway, it's going to be a lot rarer than any new species of mammal.
ははそいつは勉強になった。展望台を探せば他にも見つかるかもな。
Asuka, I'll say this in advance.
マスコミに売るなんてしねえよ。俺が興味あるのはオカルトだからな。ドラゴンじゃファンタジーだ。
撫でてみていいですか？いいけど。
Suzuha nervously brushes the dragon's head. Suzuha smiles when the dragon closes its eyes from the pleasant sensation.
ドラちゃん、はい、
Seems like our late night snack has become dragon feed.
みやちゃん、この子の名前ドラちゃんでいいの？別に。
It's a rare opportunity, so shouldn't you be the one deciding, Mare?
名前なんているの？
Well, you gave yourself the name Mare, didn't you? It's inconvenient without a name. Mare is just the name we call her by. We don't know her real name. Well, leaving that aside. What have you been calling it so far?
しもべ。
Isn't that too cruel?
そう？
Yep.
じゃあ、下僕。
That's no different.
ちゃんと名前つけてあげないとかわいそうじゃないかな。
Suzuha says that while patting the dragon's head.
あなたが言うなら考えてみてもいい。
It seems that Suzuha has a high standing with Mare.
ドラちゃんでいいんじゃないかな。いや。なんで可愛いのに。あなたがうるさいから嫌。
And Shinami's standing is low. Mare carries the dragon resting on her head in her hands and faces it.
こうして見るとブサイクね。
That's not true. Hey now!
あれにしようかな。
How about what?
あなたが聞かせてくれた七夕伝説の鳥。
The Kasasagi?
何？カササギって。織姫と彦星が再会できるように天の川の架け橋になってくれる鳥だよ。へえ、じゃあ呼び名はカー君だね。
カーボーでもいいな。
Aren't you lucky now that you have a proper name, Carbo? Hot, 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 hot.
カー君が炎を吐いてお兄ちゃんの頭が燃えた。
And he's naked all of a sudden.
カー君も喜んだみたいね。
How? I mean, he just attacked me.
ドラゴンだけあって炎まで吐けるのか。
ファンタジーだね。かっこいいです。明日も晴れるといいですね。
The only one pretending to not have seen it is Aoi.